Indeed, and obviously we talk about it with three teams going down and one going into a playoff. The other thing a loss can do is suddenly you can not be worried about top four, but you're looking over your shoulder. Both these teams with 3 wins apiece. Giants 3-3, Richmond 3-2. So we know this mid pack is super tight. So this game is important, and now we'll look ahead our ones to watch for the game, and we'll start with the Giants, and we'll go to one of their most long-standing players, the Tajikistan player Andy Maskood. Obviously last season in Division 1, an integral part of the attack, taking a little bit less volume this season, but coming through, and he's been a cornerstone of this Giants team moving through the divisions into Super League. Talk about a linchpin who's definitely been a big part defensively, Joel Alves, who went number 1. High frequency in terms of attack numbers as well. 163 attacks in just 18 sets. The number 1 option hasn't quite got the success, but he's been so important on the defensive end as well. As we're about to welcome Richmond Docklands to the court, and they'll start with number 18 and their captain, Vitor D'Oliveira, and the rest of the starting group. Number 1, Joel Alves. Number 5, Ihor Slota. Number 9, Ao Bagalan. Number 11, Abdulmak Shukri. And number 14, Eugenius Marganvikas, the setter. And their starting libero is number 21, Ivo Dubra. And that is your Richmond starting 7 for this encounter. Obviously a nice mix of European and British talent on there. As you can hear the noise coming as the London Giants come onto court. They're number 9, and we've already talked about him in the pre-game, Andy Maskov, and he'll be joined by number 5, Noah Madeira Lissandro, the middle. Number 6, Owen Kerr. Number 13, Lovepreet Singh Sandhu. Number 17, Jeffrey Mike. And number 18, Jared Ulir. And their starting libero, number 3, Jack Bailey, the Northern Ireland international. And that is your starting 7 for London Giants. Alex, before we get underway, is the block the key to this game?
I think it probably is, actually. Can you serve? Can you set up your block in a way that's going to put the opposition under some pressure?
As Shakuri finds Bailey a little bit tight, but Jared with the set, and there's the player, Madeira Lissandro, the American middle from Concordia, able to get his first kill on a good swing.
It's tough, because if you believe Richmond are a good side outside, and I think they are, I think they've shown they are, you've got to put some service pressure on.
Bailey on the dig, but this time a huge block by Slota.
Oof, an outstanding press from Ihor Slota on this ball. Preet Sandhu goes up and just hits straight on his power line. We've talked about block organisation. That organisation was outstanding, and they put the ball on the floor.
And it'll be the big server on this London Giants team. We mentioned it, Lovepreet Sandhu goes back. No ace this time. And instead, Richmond get the perfect side out as Slota finds the kill.
It's a really smart swing. You can see the block up there in front of him. It's not quite fully formed. He just goes hard power straight through the block.
So, Marganvikas, who we know is going to try and go big, gets Bailey on the ace. And indeed, we see a libero change coming in as Simon Roscoe looks to the bench and goes to Andre Casto, as he's immediately attacked in the serve, pushed into the block. Great pancake save off the bench straight away. But Richmond able to finish Alves. I think that may have gone wide, but net touch by Giants, and Simon Roscoe is going to talk it over with his side trailing 19 points to 12 in set number 1. As we've got most definitely a dancing crowd here at Crystal Palace. You can see some of them there on your screen as we are back after the timeout. Alir goes long wide, and that's much more clinical by the hosts. Sandhu showing why he's such a big hitter.
Yeah, but you'll be wondering why they haven't been able to do this so far on a regular basis. right? There's not been a huge amount of service pressure from Richmond, barring a couple of good individuals. Preet Sandhu.
Backcourt, and Shukri with a monster down the pipe.
Abdi's so athletic. Like, he leaps out the gym. One of the most exciting players on this Richmond volleyball team. Really great offensive design, great kill, great side-out play.
Another big serve overpass, so Richmond will work it in system. Backcourt, cross-court. Banjari gets hands to it, but no good. Sloda with a big swing. Wasn't a perfect free ball execution, but on the overpass, but
Giants will love that. They'll have some solace from that. As
clinical.
That's a great bit of play. Great bit of setter play. You know, tough pass on the net into the middle of the court and able to just go up and score the point. A quick side out point after the ace. Really, really smart play that from an experienced athlete.
So 8 set points to the visitors from Richmond. Overpass, but Shukri not able to put it away. Little bit of scrappiness, and Richmond will have a first swing off the hands, off the block, and Sloda ends set number 1. And Richmond will take it 25 points to 16, and London Giants dug themselves an 8-1 hole early and never showed signs of life. As Abdi back, Bailey. Olea has to cover a lot of ground to get there, but the triple block is split. That is a huge swing by Singh Sandhu. The block was set perfectly, but Singh Sandhu says placement beats triple.
Sandhu's one of the key players for Giants. He's such a talisman. We picked up on it before the game. How he plays in this one is going to be massively important for them.
As a perfect side out, Eos Sloda makes no mistakes. So nice. We get to see it twice.
Yeah, just a wonderful control of his offensive rhythm. Perfect set right into where he wants it. Gets on top of the ball and hits an angle that's never going to be defended. Yeah, exactly what they needed. Yeah, you tie together some quick side out points. Get yourself some momentum. Get the crowd on side a little bit more. And it'll put you in a good spot.
Service error, but Alves keeps it alive, flying over our advertising boards. Cross court, another huge dig by Alves. Richmond are going to be able to recycle that. Alves puts a swing on it into the net by Bailey, but Joel Alves, that's what we were talking about in the pregame.
Just an outstanding bit of play, right? It just able to keep the ball alive. Able to be alive to every single outcome of that play, and then to get up and put that swing on it's outstanding.
And can't back it up with a serve reception, but we know Sandhu's going to try and go. Has bad set, so inside the 3, so just smartly put over and off the hands of the block.
Yeah, they're starting to really warm up into this one. I mean, the problem with having 4 London teams here is the crowd is actually pretty split on this game, so maybe it won't give them quite the outcome that they want in terms of crowd noise.
And that is a monster spike. Alves is all over set number 2 like Nathan Fullerton was earlier, and Alex Chinnery. How do you stop that? As Magnanicos goes middle, and we haven't seen a lot of him, but D'Oliveira gets a swing and makes no mistake.
Been one of the best middle blockers in the league for the last several years. He has that ability offensively to just go up and hit a ball that is undefendable.
Just in the gap, and Richmond try and go back, but run it into the block. This time we'll go cross. Maxdorf with the dig, but gets it over, keeps it alive. Back line, Bailey's beaten as Margan Vikas comes out, and it's Stefano Colacci, the backup setter, will go to the back row as a huge swing by Singh Sandhu on the cross court.
Yeah, really, really nice turn in the air on this ball. Right, the set's good enough that he has 2 options to go line or cross. Gajkovic goes up, blocks the line, so Preet just takes the swing early and buries it cross court.
Rosie, you may be joining us a little bit late, but Richmond won the first convincingly 25-16. As again, London Giants going middle and Owen Kerr with another one.
Hey, this is how you build your way back into this game, right? You get some big swings, you get some ability to get your big players into the game, to get players who are going to score points for you into the game, try and get this crowd back on side and make good things happen.
And it's interesting because Lysandra has been a solid option for them on that middle ball as Mike goes into the block and we have a huge rejection by D'Oliveira.
What a block. What a block. We talk a lot about pressing late in the block. It's a really, really important skill, timing and getting that ball and going up and pressing just as the opposition attacker's about to swing, about to make contact. And that was timed to perfection.
And nice to see Gajkovic put a big swing on it. The first few he didn't really feel comfortable, didn't have that tempo and rhythm and just pushed it into the block to try and recycle. This time he gets a net cord. Bailey gets to it. Maskadov back in and big swing, and that'll do him the world of good. He's not found a big rhythm, but that one sends another double sub to Richmond's side.
Before anyone could come in and make a play on it. When you go up for a big swing on these overpasses, sometimes it lets the blockers, especially when they're this athletic, be involved and maybe get a touch on it, but no chance on that one.
Quick middle ball, but Kerr gets a block on it. Sandhu goes twice and finishes. Huge point. We saw one earlier, but you get to see the athleticism of Sandhu to re-jump off the initial block and finish. And he goes back to serve. He'll go safe. Make Richmond earn it. Middle into the block of Kerr. Alves, who's been dominant, finds the line and wins set number 2. And you can hear the air go out of this building. Joao Alves with a big, big swing to end the set.
Having the gumption to go to that, go for that swing down the line and then pull it off.
Overpass and finished. Shukri needs no invitation.
Great athletic swing. You see the arm go back and then quickly whip through.
4 Giants, but D'Oliveira trying to find a winner. 3 ball for Docklands. They go middle and D'Oliveira makes no mistake at the second time of asking and rewarded with an error.
Yeah.
Not on him, but on the team as Alves tries to push deep. Sandhu into the block. Jeffrey Mike thought about swinging, turns it into a set. Alves makes no mistake.
The set from Dobra is just beautiful. The jump set from behind the line to get in, go overhand, get Alves in rhythm, and if you get Joao Alves in rhythm, he's scoring today.
Serve gets the Richmond defense scrambling and Alves has to push it into the block, but the block able to press and find the kill, and London Giants clawing themselves back into this as really the first mistake of the day by Dobra in the libero position.
We challenge Giants to go 2-3 points up and they haven't been able to.
As a serve that was going long is played from the back line off the head. Big diving save by Sloda. As Aliyev finds a joust at the net, and London Giants again better lucky than good. And this time the middle connection for Francesca. So Richmond, the first team to 10 in set number 3. But Jeffrey Mike says you're not the only team on double digits. There's a big swing and we are tied at 10.
That's textbook how to play up tempo on offense.
Yeah, hard to tell from our angle if that was a block or just straight into net. But Richmond again, 3 points to a tight game. Try to go off speed and D'Oliveira just hangs in the air and finishes with the right.
Oh, that was nasty. That was nasty. Go off hands and swing hard when that ball is in the right tempo.
Alir Shukri, who's been quiet in set number 3, doesn't quite find the finish. Jeffrey Mike goes over. Shukri tries to tip, but Mike again with the reach. Wrong set choice, but Maskadov makes something of it. Longer rally arguably the longest rally of the day. And eventually won by Giant Singh Sandhu from the back. So Shukri with responsibility to try and get 4 set points. We know he doesn't go float too often. Little bit safer on the speed. And in Mazgudov into the block. And that'll be set number 3 to the home side. We are not done here at Crystal Palace on this Sunday afternoon. Balogun just clears the tape. Alir to Mike. Hello. Good luck digging that.
God damn, what a swing. Oh, my word.
As Alir. Cross court, Castro. Good early call. Again, perfect positioning by the Giants. Libero, Jeffrey Mike into the block. Out of system now. Castro's going to have to set it. Mike changes to 2 hands late. Slaughter. Longest rally of the day. Off speed. Into the block and won by Maxdorf. And the Giants with a huge point.
Yeah, a little bit of a setter error there. That ball just died inside. Shukri couldn't get his feet to it and couldn't make the kind of play he needed to make.
So we'll see if anything timeout, but no freeze on the set of Richmond. Try and go middle. D'Oliveira maybe got away with coming under net, but Docklands don't recycle well. Give up the free ball, and Owen Kerr. Body position wasn't great, but what it was great at was splitting the hands.
Really smart swing. When you're not in rhythm as a middle and you see those hands come up and over the net, aim for the bottom of them, you may well end up with a point like that where it comes off the hands and into the floor. Smart setting decision again from Jared Alir.
Big serve. Middle ran. Alir with a diving dig.
Smart play to put that straight over.
Sandhu over on one and a missed swing by Balogun. And Richmond just falling apart at their own accord. And at what point do you start thinking set 5? And right now it's on the Giants crowd to lift these players, give them a little bit more energy. Advantage of obviously both teams. Neither played yesterday, so no double-header fatiguers. Kerr gets stopped by D'Oliveira.
What a block. What a block. What a press. Vito D'Oliveira again with a phenomenal press over the net. Phenomenal timing. And Jeffrey Mike tries to swing low seam and gets put on the floor.
Huge point out of the timeout for Richmond. And just a second ago, we were maybe talking set 5. We're going to be talking a 1-point lead potentially as a free ball for Richmond. Middle ran, D'Oliveira again.
What a swing. What an impact he's having on this game. Play with a lot more freedom.
Jeffrey Mike's gone off the boil in terms of seeing the ball in the last 10, 12 points. Sandhu into the block. Castro with the dig. Sandhu and D'Oliveira again finds the floor.
These energy shifts are wild. Right, Richmond were dead and buried 5 minutes ago.
Alir, cross court, big swing. Canelback makes no mistake off the bench.
At some point, some of these blockers are going to have to change from their system. Right, every single time they've been one-on-one, the ball's gone cross court. Jump in and try and take that blocker out. Try and take that attacker out with the block.
And a little pocket of Richmond fans on the far end of the bleachers on their feet. 5 match points for Docklands. Jeffrey Mike trying to stop it, but Richmond going to get a backcourt pipe swing. Alves finds the floor and ball game. Richmond, Docklands, 3 sets to 1. As we welcome our MVP to the booth. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Big victory. How important was that to carry on the momentum you've kind of picked up in the last 2-3 weeks?
So obviously we start the season with everything. 3 wins in a row. 2 wins in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Lost against Essex, great team. Lost against Nottingham, which we respected a tough game, not to lose 3-0. Stockport again last week, and so this week was another big test for us. Extremely happy how the group played. I think we followed the plan. We did a bit extra, and yeah, was like, I think for our momentum was really important.
And talk a little bit about your serving unit this season. Haven't quite had success on the service line, but today you started off the game with a 5-0 run, and just talk about how that affected your momentum early on.
We practice a lot of serving. We know that it's important. A team like Giants, if you don't serve well, the ball is going to come back at you harder. So we knew that we had to serve. Individually, we had a couple of us that were serving really well, and I just think that everybody picked up their momentum and served pretty well. And
obviously, set 3 kind of went off the boil a little bit. What was the message from the coaching staff to rejuvenate you for that important set 4?
I think the problem in the third set was they started to play a little bit better, and we lost a little bit of our confidence midway through the set. Just told us, just focus on the plan, keep playing, keep serving. It's going to come back to our side, and it did. It did, hopefully.
And a little bit about your performance, obviously. Big swings early, but you managed to affect the game in different ways. You got a couple of blocks up as well early, and just talk about how you feel like you're more settled now later on in the season.
I think with this team, it's quite easy to play. I think we are great friends off court and in court, and everybody has a job to do on court. And I focus a little bit more on the swinging part, and shout out to my setters as well. They were wonderful.
And obviously you say that, obviously it's always easy to be cold when you come off the bench, but the subs made an impact when it got to 15 all in the 4th set, and you just managed to romp away and close it out easily.
Yeah, that's a big thing in our team. I think everybody that is not playing in a moment is ready to go in, and when they go in, thank God they play really well. So I think that shows our team in terms of like group, and yeah, I think the coach is highly satisfied with that.
Obviously a big couple of weeks now till Christmas. You've got a lot of your road games out the way early. Yeah. I'm sure you'll be delighted to be back at home next week.
Yes, absolutely. I think we didn't play. I think this is kind of our first home game, which is in London. It's not in our court, but yeah, it's insane. The next week we're going to have our first home game. So yeah, we are really excited for it.
Well, we'll let you go. Congratulations on the 3-1 win against London Giants.
Thank you very much.
There's your MVP, Yoa Alves. They're here as we bring Alex in for a final word. Alex, first Super League Live, 2 big wins, Mallory and Richmond, but we've got to credit the host, first of all, London Giants. What a atmosphere we've had, and what a good afternoon of volleyball.
Yeah, great atmosphere, really, really strong production. Lots of juniors involved, lots of young people here, lots of people able to come and watch some top quality volleyball here in the capital, which is something that hasn't happened nearly often enough in the last few years. Like, you just see it now out there on the floor. Probably 50 juniors in there with the Giants athletes taking a photo. Like, it's just a really, really cool experience from that point of view.
But next week, join us back for Super League Live. It's the women's turn to take stage. We'll be in Leeds to bring you action with Leeds, Darkstar, Durham and London Lionhearts in action. But that will do it here from Crystal Palace National Sports Centre. From Alex Chinnery, I'm Mike Hunter-Morris. Thank you for joining us for Super League Live opening week.